Hello everybody, I'm back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 9th, and today was a gorgeous day outside weather-wise. Started off a little chilly, perfect weather though, just that didn't need a coat. Had a long sleeve button-up shirt on as I was going to be outside in the sun a lot today, and I wanted to kind of just protect my skin. And there's a little bit of a coolness to it, so it made it nice. At one point on the way up, I actually turned the heat on in the car for a few minutes just to take that little bit of chill out, so it's perfect temperature there. Woke up way early this morning, way earlier than I normally ever get up. Headed up to Ottumwa. There was the Cancer 5K run today, and that was not open to dogs and stuff, so went ahead and said heck with it and did not sign up to run it. Mostly because of the fact that I'm not a giant fan of 5Ks. I don't know, it seems like there's way too much pomp and stance and money for the amount of time you're out there running it. Because I've actually raced half marathons that cost the same or damn near the same as what a 5K would cost. And it's one of those deals where it's like, whatever. I don't know. I don't feel 5Ks unless it's a super good cause, which there's one I do every year called Jog for Joe. It's a much more of a smaller, less wasted money at the charity event, and I will donate that way instead. And they actually do allow a dog too, so I get to actually have the dog in the race with that one, and that works out well. So had like 3 different people that come walking up wearing basically a dress shirt, my funky hat, all that good stuff, telling me the fact the dog wasn't allowed to be in the race today, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm clearly dressed in not running gear. Look around, you see all the people who are running, wearing running gear, bibs, all that good stuff. And it wasn't like I was walking up to like the registration table or nothing. I was just kind of walking around the event. And I was like, whatever, kind of blew it off. Really didn't think much about it, and thought maybe they were trying to be extra super helpful, whatever, who knows. So went ahead from there, just kind of hung out. The race pretty much went off without a hitch. There was a 1 mile run walk race. There was a kids race afterwards, and there was the 5K race to begin with. My buddy was running the 5K. One of his kids ran the 5K also, which was kind of cool. Buddy's injured. He's got some issues he's still trying to figure out. Hasn't got them all figured out yet. All kinds of different problems he's got. I just told him he's old and he's breaking down. But he went ahead and turned in a pretty good time. Ended up taking an age group, I believe it was. And the main reason he took it is because the gentleman who was in his age group last couple of years had bumped up and basically aged out of his age group. So it ended up allowing him to step into his, kind of dominate his age group, which worked out pretty good. The next guy close to him was like, I don't know, I want to say like 5 minutes off or something like that, or 6 minutes off. Quite always off. The next guy was like over 12 minutes off. So don't sound like that much if you're running like a 100-miler, but in a 5K, 12 minutes off is an insane amount of time, slower when you look at it. So went ahead, got a few photos here and there and stuff. Everything went well. Bruce was there, of course, with me. Everybody's just loving on him and thinking that's so great. And it's just cool to see him, interacting with everybody and stuff, and how much love and people just, he's just such a goofball on that. And I end up running into a handful of the cancer survivors and whatnot, and a lot of those people wanted to basically, play with him and stuff too. And there was a couple there who were with a mentally challenged person there and stuff, severely had some issues in that. They wanted to know if he could play with him, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no big deal and stuff. So he got to play with him and stuff. Lots of just lots and lots of people wanting to play with the dog the whole night. And then I was over near the finish line after my buddy came through, waiting for his kid to come through. And I think it was the race director or some crap, where the guy was just like, dogs aren't allowed to be here in the park today, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, whatever, have a good day. I just kind of blew the guy off. Wasn't sure who it was. Somebody else told me afterwards when they're like, I think that's a race director. And I'm like, whatever. But it was that weird thing of clearly, there's half a dozen or a dozen dogs here all over the place, everywhere in that. And you guys reserved the shelter house, the public park. Other than that, there's a campground right there. And, literally, you can't stop me from being here with my dog. And the guy was like a dick about it. And I was just kind of blew him off and didn't really think much about it. And it was kind of funny because I had a lot of people who was like, oh, that guy's an asshole and don't worry about it and stuff. But when I went back and I was watching the news broadcast, and there was actually first off, there was I mean, half the people running the race weren't wearing bibs. They're abandoning the race, and just idiots out there. Nobody give a damn about that. But there was a dog in the actual damn race. Somebody had with them. There was a kid riding a bike. There was like, I mean, all kinds of horrendous stuff. I'm like, there's somebody in your damn race with a dog, and you have the balls to walk up and tell me my dog can't be here. And what it was, he walked right past another small dog. And what it was, the fact, I think the guy was just a weirdo and was scared of big dogs personally. So I'm like, just have yourself a great day. Move along. And never heard from the guy again. I didn't run and hide. I didn't do nothing. Went down there waiting for the awards ceremony and stuff to go off. And Bruce was sitting right there with me and stuff. Hell, at one point even he got up on the picnic table with me and was sitting around watching everybody and stuff. So from there, went over to the vet clinic to get his tooth looked at and that was what fun, you know. But anyway, damn near $300 later, the whole process, the whole find out what's going to take the tooth out, whatever stuff, and this and that. Got done there, headed over to the dog park, hung out at the dog park for a while. There was a Labrador there, chocolate lab there. They were having a great time. From there, headed up to my buddy's place. He was on his little bike ride to kind of stretch out after his runs. His hips and stuff were real tight, and his calves were tight and different things. And went ahead and hung out with his dad for a little while, started smoking cigars. He came back, shot the shit for a while and that. Went in, had some vegan vegetable soup. It was kind of, I don't know, kind of odd. He seemed to be a giant fan of it. I wasn't that big of a fan of it. Had a real small bowl of that. Had some sweet potatoes. Ended up eating a corn dog. Definitely with the lack of sleep I had, I'm kind of fighting. I think it's an inner ear infection. It's got me super dizzy. Even actually just right before I got here to make this video, I'm again leaning against the wall and stuff. But I stood up and I literally, from laying down, kind of was resting and stuff, listening to a podcast, got to make this video, and the whole, just, it's horrendous. I'm having trouble standing up. I'm gonna have to go see a doctor, I think. I'm trying not to. I hate doctors. I don't know, I hate them with a passion, so drive me crazy. Gotta get that done. But before that actually got done at my buddy's place, and that was gonna come home and run. Decided to hell with it. I'd run in Ottumwa, took off running. Kind of had the plan of running another 10 miles plus again a day. I ran 10 miles plus for basically, you know, this would have been like the 5th day in the row going on, and took off, and I just, the lack of sleep, getting up way early and stuff, and that just kind of kicked my ass, and not really eating all day. I had a little bit of junk at the race, like a donut and some couple cookies, I think, is what I had eaten. Was it 2 cookies or 1 cookie? I don't know, a cookie and a donut, or maybe 2 cookies and a donut. That was it. Then I had that little bit of soup and that corn dog and that, and it was kicking my ass. I didn't feel it. I could have busted through it. I could have fought through it, but I just thought, screw it, ain't worth it. So I didn't set some weird like goal of running, you know, 10 plus every damn day for forever. So I went ahead and backed it off. Said, heck, I'll figure it out tomorrow. We got some crazy storms on the way. Driving home, I was having trouble staying awake. I was crazy tired. Got home, actually laid down, just kind of resting out a little bit, waiting for some other stuff I had, waiting for like a timer type thing to go off, and ended up dozing off for about 20 minutes there or so in the process. That's when I got up and I had trouble even standing up again. So anyway, I'll let it all figure out, and hopefully I'll be all healthy, and I'll get this equilibrium thing figured out, because I didn't near fell down at the house there. Got up to basically grab a cutter for my cigar, went to sit back down and lost my balance, and luckily I landed in the chair, but I'd fallen backwards, and luckily landed in the chair, and the guys laughed at me and shit, which, that's cool. I'm cool with laughing at it, but it would have sucked had I missed the chair and injured myself just trying to sit down. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.